Welcome back one more time. We're in session 3, and we have a new guest with us because we're going to be talking about grief share. And we have Peter Giordano. Giordano.
Right.
And he's going to tell you more about himself and how he got involved in this. But it's a program that I think very highly of. It's something that I think is needed not only in our community, but probably every community in the country. But it's working so well here. And Pete's going to go ahead and tell you more about some of the things that we've done here in the community and how successful it's been in helping people get through their grief. We've all lost someone, and how it impacts us and how it affects our lives is so crucial that we continue living and going on with our lives. We don't want to forget the people that we've lost because they're so important to us. But it's also important that the grieving process helps us to become better people and to continue to help others. So I want to welcome Pete to the program. Welcome, Pete.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming, and thanks for coming back. I know you've been here before, and there's so many people that are going to be watching that are watching for the first time. So they want to know more about the program, and they want to know that if they come, what it's going to do for them. So I'm going to go ahead and let you tell some of the things. I'd like you to start with, what's the program all about?
Okay, the program, it consists of 3 components. We have a video. It's 13-week sessions. And each week we show a different video. Then we break down into a small group discussion, discussing the video and how it relates to the participants. And then we have a workbook. And the workbook they bring home. It has scripture in it where they have to look up the answers in the Bible, how to cope with their grief. In the videos, the grief counselors have all lost loved ones.
Okay.
So they can empathize and relate to the participants. Our facilitators, we have 6 and we're training another, have all lost loved ones. I lost my wife last January, and our son, 20-year-old son, in 1985.
Oh, okay.
The way Grief Share started here in Pahrump was my wife and I had an agreement that if something should happen to either one of us, we would spend time with our daughter in Las Vegas. So I did that. I was with our daughter for 3 months. But we both were total wrecks. One day, my daughter said, "Dad, they have a grief support group at my church, at Green Valley Baptist Church. Would you like to go?" And I said, yes. So we went, we got there in the 4th week. We finished up the last 9 weeks.
So you said it's a 13-week program,
Right.
so people don't have to start in week 1.
It's all self-contained, and they can always pick it up on the next 13-week cycle on what they missed.
Very good, okay.
Realizing the good it had done me and the participants that were at this particular church, I decided Pahrump needs something like this, not just for the congregation of a church, but for the entire community of Pahrump.
Okay.
I started Grief Share here last January the 11th.
Okay.
We've been going now for a year and 4 months.
Let me stop you for just a minute. What is the overall goal of Grief Share?
It's to get people to get on with their lives, recover from their intense grief, which we have done, because I believe I told you on the first time I was here how successful I would have felt Grief Share was if we would have helped one person get on with their lives.
Just one?
And recover. Well, we've had so far 42 participants. Some are still coming, but phenomenally, we have helped 26 people get on with their lives, get on with their normal lives, and recover from that intense grief.
So this is truly an awesome program.
It is. It's just a complete success. And as a matter of fact, we've had Robin Hebrock from the Mirror write a couple of articles about our grief share. The last one was a full-page article in the Mirror. She will be coming again when we have our celebration, which always follows the end of a 13-week cycle.
Okay.
And she'll write a follow-up on that. The celebration, it's a celebration of life.
Okay.
Sometimes we have potluck, depending on the amount of participants, or we'll have an ice cream cake social.
Okay.
And we have entertainment, and then we have a balloon release where they can write a message to their loved ones. And we all go outside, and Pastor Ron Fairburn will say a prayer, and then we release the balloons to the heavens. So it's just awesome. I'm so taken aback by this program. We also have, during the holiday season, a session called Surviving the Holidays.
Okay.
And this is for people who have lost loved ones and are going through the holidays without their loved ones.
Yes.
And
Difficult time, very
right,
difficult times.
very difficult. And we show the video, and then we discuss how they're going to cope. Some people will not put up any decorations any longer. They won't put up a Christmas tree. It reminds them, and it brings back negativity to them about the loss of their loved one.
Now, Pete, I have to ask this question. You've mentioned Pastor Ron, which I think everybody in town knows and really highly respects. You've also mentioned that some of it you have to go to the Bible and check.
Right.
Is this a religious program?
It's a church-based, Christ-centered program, excuse me, but it is non-denominational.
Okay.
Okay, so it doesn't matter your faith, even if you're atheist.
Okay.
If you've lost a loved one, you're more than welcome. So, our next cycle will be starting in December, and it'll run for 13 weeks, and we run it 3 times a year.
Okay.
So we have people that will go through it 2 times or 3 times.
Okay.
The first time they go through it, they're in kind of a fog,
Yeah.
and a lot doesn't sink in.
Yes.
The second time, they'll catch things that they had missed the first time. Now, I've seen these videos 6, 7 times, and I still pick out things that I had missed. So it's just an awe-inspiring program. And we are in over 13,000 churches now worldwide.
Okay.
Worldwide. We have a participant that's going to be starting that's visiting from Alpena, Michigan. She's here with her daughter. She's going to come to our grief share. Then she'll be going back to Alpena. So to pick up where we left off,
Okay.
I looked on the internet, and all you have to do is go to griefshare.org, and it'll say find a grief share. You type in the city or the zip code, and boom, up comes Alpena, Michigan, and it's exactly. As a matter of fact, this particular woman even went to this school where it's being held in Alpena, so she'll be able to pick it up there. So it is all over the United States, and it's in China, Russia, Turkey, you name it. It's all over the world.
People lose people everywhere, and so this program is very important everywhere. I heard something, I think I sent you an email on it to ask. It's something through the Veterans Administration for veterans, and it's a very similar program on Grief Share. It's not called Grief Share, it was called something else. And so I was asking the question if you knew how, or if that's your program that they're doing.
No, it isn't, and I'm not familiar with it.
Okay.
And you can look on the internet. In Google, you just type in grief, and it'll bring up all organizations that are related to grief.
Okay.
But no, there's only one Grief Share, and there was another one, but they only catered to their congregation, and they're no longer active.
Okay. You know, I've talked to several people who have gone through your program. I say several, I'm really talking about 3. So 3 people have gone through the program, and they praise this program as being something that has truly helped them. And as many times I've talked to Pete and I've talked to Pastor Ron, I'm sold on the program. Anybody that's listening that have lost anybody, if you still feel the grief and the pain, it would help just to go through and listen to some of the things that are going on in the program. Sit through a course and see if it's something that you can use. I lost my mother in 1960, and there are times when I talk about it and I still tear up. So that's one of the reasons I've talked to people to find out more about this program, and that's also the reason I wanted to bring Pete back so he could talk to you about this program. I think it's very important, so be sure to write down the numbers, and if you feel that this program can help you in any way, call and talk to him and see exactly what it can do for you. I think that's important. Anything else we want to add in this session, Pete? Now we're going to come back for the final session, and we're going to go through some more information just to make sure that you're current and you have the contact information and that you know it's available here in the town of Pahrump.
Yeah, and I'd just like to thank the pastor, Pastor Fairbairn, and his wife Judy.
Yes.
He leads off our sessions with a prayer, and Judy helps us set up and supplies the refreshments. We do take a break after the video, and we'll have coffee, tea, cookies, cake for maybe 5-10 minutes, and Judy takes care of all of that. So both of them have been godsends.
Judy is fantastic.
Yes.
I really love her. She's very dedicated, not only to her husband and to the program, but to the entire community. So come back and join us for our next session. Thank you.